What's up, Patriots? This is CJ with the Patriot Nation Underground Conservatives. And we're here today talking about Sleepy Joe Biden. And we actually are dealing with the aftermath from Sleepy Joe's town hall meeting in which Anderson Cooper assisted him through his questions and so forth. And so Sleepy Joe actually got caught in a few lies, as we had documented before. And it's interesting, they actually tried to fact check, so to speak, one of the lies, and actually, interesting enough, used an incorrect quote to fact check. So in a sense, not only did he lie once, he lied twice. And so pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, so it's been going around on Facebook. Some people have posted the meme that actually shows, and I'll actually put on the screen here, that shows Sleepy Joe Biden lying the first time, and him basically saying that the vaccine was not available when they took the White House or took presence in the White House. And of course, that is a lie, because Sleepy Joe actually received the vaccine prior to taking or being present in the White House. Matter of fact, he got the vaccine, I think it was in December. So he got it in his arm. It was shown on camera, on tape, and what have you. And of course, in the Anderson Cooper kind of a fake town hall, he did basically a 180, and he said, "No, I didn't get it. I didn't have I didn't have access to the vaccine," which has been proven to be a lie. And of course, the White House releases a transcript, and then the transcript part that they quoted had nothing to do with the original quote where he said, "We didn't have it." And matter of fact, the transcript had quoted another portion of the presentation, and so they claimed that that basically was sufficient enough to say that he did not lie or present a mistruth. But in reality, he did lie. And so it can be said that they lied not only once, like I said earlier, but twice. Absolute lie.
As you remember, when you and I, no, I shouldn't say it that way, as you remember, but when you and I talked last, we talked about, it's one thing to have the vaccine, which we didn't have when we came into office, It's
kind of par for the course with the Sleepy Joe administration in general. What we're looking at here is we're looking at a live feed at the White House, and it's pretty interesting because there's a lot of curiosity going on with what does Sleepy Joe do in his off time. Is he a night owl, or is he hitting the hay early? Does he go on his meds and just kind of conk out, or what does he do? And so Sleepy Joe is quite a bit of a mystery, because sometimes he's really fired up and amped up and he's just roaring to go, and other times he's just real lethargic looking, and he looks like he can hardly finish a sentence. I mean, he looks like he can't even finish the alphabet if he had to. So so Sleepy Joe's days and nights at the White House are a subject of curiosity. And so it's interesting. If you look at this live feed here, it makes you wonder. I mean, is Sleepy Joe there? Is he not there? Where is he? And then, of course, Dr. Jill. I mean, Dr. Jill, we're supposed to call her Dr. Jill. Is she a real doctor or not? I think she's a PhD. I mean, right? I mean, what was she? Was his babysitter or something like that? Anyway, Sleepy Joe, Dr. Jill, supposedly in the White House, and they're there, and we are monitoring that. And the real question I have is lately, because there was a lot of talk about Hunter. I mean, where's Hunter? Can he be found, and so on. He came out of the woodworks a little bit. They hid him during the campaign, and then he came out because of all the different news coming out with Hunter in Ukraine, Hunter in the CCP, and what have you. But then when Hunter had, when Sleepy Joe had been given the presidency, had been handed to him or what have you, he basically brought Hunter out of the woodworks, and Hunter was there in person with Sleepy Joe and what have you, and they took him out of hiding, understandably so, because they wanted to hide him with all the things he had been associated with during the campaign. And so then Hunter has disappeared again. So he's like, poof, he's gone. I mean, Hunter is nowhere to be found. So, we don't know if something's happened to Hunter, if he's gone into hiding or what. And as we look at the White House here, the question is, does Hunter reside there too, or does he live somewhere else? I mean, where is Hunter? I mean, that's a good question, and that's something that we're all wondering. And If Hunter can be found, would be interesting to know, because we know Hunter has been into a lot of bad business. I mean, in terms of business dealings, we had Tony Bobulinski, who had talked about bad dealings with Hunter and so on. We talked about how Hunter had some issues with substance abuse and what have you. And so, and then of course, Hunter had a number of marriages, I mean, in which one of them in particular, he had been dating a lady who was an exotic dancer. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if they're dating, but he had a child with her, and then just kind of just split, disappeared, and she actually had to bring him to court to get him to pay alimony to actually, or child support for this child that Hunter pretty much had abandoned. And so she finally won in court and got Hunter to pay for part of the child's upbringing and what have you, food supplies, school supplies, rent, these types of things that every dad should do. But apparently Hunter didn't think he should do that. And so that was one of the odd occurrences with Hunter. And that was actually all the while he was, I think he was dating his brother's his brother's widow, which is just bizarre. I mean, it's just, what a strange situation there. And, you know, I mean, you can say, hey, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that one. All I know is that's an odd one. So there's a lot of curiosity surrounding the Biden White House and Hunter. And we're wondering if Hunter has disappeared, has gone into a rehab, or maybe left the country or what have you. Or does he also reside at the White House? Maybe he's not able to work it out and make ends meet. Maybe his drugs have taken over his life, and he needs help from Dada to get him through. I mean, I know Dada's helped him a lot in countries like Ukraine, communist China, what have you, in his foreign dealings. And the big guy, right, the big guy, Sleepy Joe, has helped Hunter a number of times. But the question is, has Hunter hit rock bottom again? Is Dada helping him again? I mean, it's Sleepy Joe, the big guy, right? And so that's a question. I think everybody, is at least partially curious about that. And so will be interesting to see, does Hunter reappear in the next, let's say, 1 to 2 weeks, or is he pretty much just poof, gone out of the picture? And so will be very interesting to see what happens with Hunter and Sleepy Joe. And also very interesting is when we watch Sleepy Joe talk, he seems like he, again, at the beginning of his speeches, he hits a bit of a high, and then he starts to drop off. And when he drops off, many have wondered, is that due to his medications dropping off? Are they wearing off? Or is that just a quick fatigue that sets in? What is plaguing him? Why does he start to go kind of south and say things like, like last presentation he had, it was, matter of fact, at the town hall meeting, they were asking him about basically going after terrorists and what have you, and he talked about civil rights, and he started to say civil whites, and he was mixing his words up. So he hit a certain point in the town hall meeting where he just wasn't adding up his words, and he wasn't making sense. He was starting to contradict himself, and that's, of course, right after he had misspoken, if you will, but it sounded like pretty much he lied. He said that the Biden White House did not have access to the vaccine, which again has been proven to be a lie. Be interesting to see what happens in the United States of America. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless you, Patriots.
Where do you think Hunter is? And what do you think is plaguing Sleepy Joe? Leave your comments below. Please support us by liking and subscribing to the Patriot Nation YouTube channel below.